What is going on, my armless army? It's showing you this Serpentarium. Today I'm chilling with my little Rosy boa right now. She's trying to eat me. She's only a little hatchling. A little new right there even. She's only little. But anyway, today we're going to be talking about the full Rosy boa care guide. From little babies like this one here, okay, all the way through to adulthood. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So before we get into it, if you're new around here, guys, make sure you subscribe and smash the notifications icon. Daily snake videos, and you don't want to be missing out on any of that. This girl here, she is trying to eat me at the moment. So hopefully she won't consume me by the end of this video. I would be pretty shocked, mind, but who knows. Oh, bless her. Right, so Rosy boas, Trivigata, that's the scientific name. They come from Mexico, Baja in California, and all that sort of region. You've got the Sasloi, which are these guys, okay, with the sort of like a pebble dash kind of blue, and then orange and to brown stripes. You've got the Mexican type, which is like a cream white and with black stripes. And then you've got the Coastals, which are very similar looking to these guys, but with slightly different pattern. And then they all get around the 3 foot mark. They all get similar sizes. Some monster females will get up to the 4 foot mark. They hatch, they give live birth, and the live birth babies come out a little bit smaller than this. Believe it or not, this girl is a year old. She's adamant she's going to eat me. And they are like this normally, I found, when they are little. It's a food response, it is. They grow out of it once they get a little bit bigger, and to be honest, they're so small, it's just adorable. Okay, she's trying to get her mouth now over my thumb there, and you can see she's just not big enough to do it. It's really, really cute. These guys have got lovely smooth scales, okay, and they're really, really good, interesting pets to keep. And they're super easy to keep, to be honest. Given the regions they actually come from, you want to keep them quite dry. Even at this size, you want to keep them quite dry. Humidity, you're looking at about 40% or so. What I do is I just don't spray it down. I keep it on a nice dry, loose shifting substrate, and I don't add a water bowl to it, and I don't have any issues. They shed perfectly every time. No respiratory infections or anything like that. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward, really. You want a hot spot of around 86 to 88 degrees, and then a cool end of around 80 degrees, and she has got me there. Look at that. Bless her. Right, yeah, so you want a cool end of around 75 to 80 then, okay. At this sort of size, you want to feed them often because they've got an excellent feed response, and they grow really quickly when they're this sort of size. You want to feed them every 5 to 7 days there. They can be quite tricky to start off. All right, this girl here, she's not much bigger than what they would be when they're born, but she didn't eat for the first like 8 months of her being born. She's only been really eating since June, maybe May perhaps. So she's not really been eating that often. She was born this time last year, so not really for that long. But once they get started, they're absolute tanks with their food. This girl here, you can see she's got an excellent feed response. She's trying to eat me. She thinks I'm some sort of giant hairless mouse. So yeah, they'll grow really quickly for you. But once they're adults, boas do have really slow metabolisms, okay, so you want to taper that food down so that they don't get fat. I find that I feed an appropriate prey item every other week, and I don't have any issues. But I do find the metabolism sort of slows down at about 2 years of age, perhaps a little bit older, and it slows down to a complete halt basically overnight. And then what happened with me then, because I was feeding my girl every week because she was growing really quickly, all of a sudden she just piled on quite a bit of fat. So then I just slowed her down and she's leaning out nicely now, so that's fine. What are you doing? I love these little Rosies, I gotta be honest though, they're so cool. Yeah, they're really strong as well, believe it or not. They're constrictors, as you probably know. So they wrap around their prey, like what this girl is doing with my thumb. It's actually a really good example there. She's got a nice tight grip on my thumb. She's actually really strong for a little 40 odd gram snake, and she's really going for it. They put a really good show on when they're eating their food, and it's fantastically entertaining to watch, to be honest with you. Hi, yeah, I know. She's so cute. Yeah, so we've covered the size and stuff, so let's cover the tank size. Tank size then, you can keep these guys in quite a small tank setup because they're only small snakes. They're not as active as a lot of snakes, but they are semi-active, if that sort of makes sense. They're more active when they're smaller, but when they're adults they're pretty chill. You could keep these guys in a decent sized tub setup, as they're not really big climbers. They will climb, in nature they climb a lot, but in the tank setup they don't really need to climb that much, and they you know, they're quite lazy. As long as they've got a supply of food, they're fairly happy. But you can offer like branches and stuff for them to climb on. They can live on like rock surfaces and stuff in the wild, so that's pretty cool. If you want to watch them climb, that would be the best way to do it, really, is to add some rock surfaces and some branches and stuff. So you could have a big tub, like a 50-litre rub or something, or a 33-litre rub, or you could have like a 2 or 3 foot vivarium, heated with a thermostat as well, guys. Important to use your stats. I always advocate that. Now she's trying to bite herself. She's missing me and she's bit herself. Sorry, she's really distracting. Yeah, I've not worked with this girl at all, but she is awesome. So you can get some morphs about, guys. There are albinos with the coastals. There are some there are a unicolor, I think it's called, with coastals as well. There's anery, I believe. There's a few morphs knocking about, but I personally prefer the true locality types as well. If you're going to get one, make sure it's a proper locality, like this girl here. She's a mid-Baja, and I've got another mid-Baja girl as well, as you've seen. So stick with the true locality types. Try not to you know, cross them or whatever. You want to keep everything nice and pure. So I'm going to pull out a bigger snake now, a bigger Rosy, and we'll carry on having a little chat. It's just so you can see what the sort of adult size is from this little girl here, and it's nothing really big, so we'll get her out. Right, so this is my my adult female. This is about as big as they'd ever get. Okay, she's about 3 foot, perhaps a little bit over 3 foot. Nice size to her, quite muscular and stout, tame as anything. So with these guys as well, as adults or even as juveniles, you can brewmate them. You'd brewmate them a little bit cooler than what you'd probably think with them living in California. But where they actually live, it does get quite cool. I think it's a good idea to brewmate them personally. Giving them a couple of months off food every year and following their natural life cycle in the wild, I think that can only be positive. So I'm brewmating all of them except for the little babies that I've got here. They won't be brewmated. So yes, it's good to keep tabs on that. She'll hopefully be breeding this year. This is about the size you want to breed them. Wait until they're this sort of size before you breed, and then you'll get more. You'll get a bigger litter size, perhaps with even bigger babies as well. So, but this is about the size you can expect. As you can see, this is not a challenging sized snake. Alright, it's nice and robust, as I say, and you could keep this in more or less any size of vivarium without it you know, not having enough room, really. Okay, I think these guys make excellent snakes for anyone that wants one, as long as they're prepared that they might get tagged by the little babies, but it's no big deal at all. Alright, you just leave them carry on and they'll eventually let go. Don't pull or anything like that, because you could rip their teeth out. They sort of gently just go like that on you, see if they can eat there, and once they realise they can't, they let go. It's no big deal. Yeah, so this girl, she won't be eating now probably until next year, maybe next February, March time, and I'm hoping that she'll go. She's actually a het albino. I'm not sure what locality she is. I was told when I bought them without seeing photos. Big mistake there. I was told they were both the same locality, but I think they might be crosses. I really couldn't tell you. But they're cool pets though, definitely. But you know, yeah, the babies will be pet only home sort of thing, because I don't want to muddy up the gene pool. So yeah, this is about as big as they get, guys. Again, really good handling. I would expect some to get a little bit larger than this. I've heard of some getting up like 500, 600 grams. But that isn't a big snake either. If you think that, you know, even a male ball python can get over 1,000 grams, it's not really a big snake for anyone to worry about. So thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you for spending a bit of time with me here today. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It really helps the channel out to grow. Smash that notifications as well if you want to see some daily snake videos. I'd really appreciate that. Drop us a like if you made it this far. Sorry for rambling on towards the end, but these snakes sometimes do distract me quite a bit, and I do get a bit carried away when I'm holding one, so you'll have to forgive me there. I'm sure you'd be exactly the same when you're holding your snakes. But again, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!